The 2026 plan features two distinct color schemes and icon designs, light mode and dark mode. Both can be set directly within the graphical interface customization. Using dark mode is particularly interesting and especially useful for anyone who needs to work for extended periods of time, meaning spending many hours in front of the monitor or computer screen, because it clearly has a noticeable impact on your eyesight and overall visual comfort. As an example, I have prepared some side-by-side comparisons of Alplan in light mode and dark mode, using exactly the same type of scene within the document. So here, for example, we see a mode with an animated view where we find the contextual menus. And among other things, you can also appreciate the repeat menu, which lists all the most frequently used functions without having to move to the top left within the program's main dialog. And here you see exactly the same scene in a dark mode context. As you can see, it is much more readable and much less straining on the eyes. Let's continue with other types of comparisons. So here we are in a plan view context where I have some objects selected, and as a result, their properties are displayed within the properties palette. Let's try to see the exact same representation in dark mode. Most of you will have noticed that black becomes white and vice versa. Obviously, directly within the general options of the program, I would like to remind you that you can choose the window background color entirely at your own discretion. This means you could potentially use a dark mode simply by changing the window background according to your own personal preferences. As an example, here I want to highlight the concept of black and white line color and how this automatically changes the moment you directly modify the window background. Within this dialog, you can create a set of custom colors, so you can choose the shade of gray or even select pure white if you want. Why not? So you can create your own color customization, and you can see how by changing the background, what was white has automatically become black. Obviously, when you go to print, if you are using dark mode with the default background color, what is white will become black. Here we see another parallel in a different context. Here we are talking about terrain managers, a topic I will revisit during the presentation because in the 2026 version, we have unified the digital model of the terrain. In any case, here you see it in light mode and here you see it in dark mode. Let's move on. Here we have an animated view that contains reinforcement bars. And here you see exactly the same animated view in dark mode. Obviously, this is all a unification, but it's a unification that also has repercussions on our civil solutions. Here you see our civil solution with a bridge, with a white background and a black background.